built every single man up that I've ever been with, baby.
All right.
When they leave me, they're in a much better position than when they got with me, and that's a fact.
The very last man you was with, how long was that relationship?
3.5 years.
When you met him, was he a millionaire?
No.
When you left him, was he a millionaire?
No.
You ain't made nobody nothing. A lot of these women talk about what they could do for a man and how good they are. Y'all ain't made nobody nothing. A lot of y'all have an overinflated ego. You're not bringing nothing to the table but problems, attitude, and taint, tarnished, and zesty coochie.
I don't know. So
check your attitude. No, check your attitude.
What's going on? What's happening, fellas? It's your boy KD. Let's get right into it. So if you're new to my channel, the point of my videos is to help you guys become top tier men, become the best versions of yourself, and live a fulfilled life. I'm going to give you guys the major reasons why most women these days have such big egos and why every single woman that you will meet today in 2024 thinks she's a 10. Let's get right into it. All right, fellas, I just want to say this. All right, I just want to say this. I want to get this out the way. This is my disclaimer. I'm not one of these OD'd red pill coaches that's going to yell at the screen just bashing females. Okay, I actually tell you guys all the time that you should never talk trash about women and you should accept your part, your accountability in any situation when it comes to women. But guys, this is something that I'm not changing my stance on this, but I'm kind of altering it a little bit. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Hear me out, fellas. Now, as you guys know, like I said, as men, top tier men, you're supposed to take accountability for everything in your life, fellas. Everything that happens to you, whether good or bad, whether a woman rejects you, whether a woman treats you bad, cheats on you, leaves you, you have to take accountability. And the reason why I say that is because you have to find out what about yourself that can get better, you know, because there's only two reasons why a relationship will fail, you know, with a man and a woman, in a man's perspective. You know, either he's not living up to his capacity, you know what I mean? He's not being man enough, or he picked the wrong woman. And both of those are fallacies for the man, all right? Because if you're not being the best version of yourself and that's why you lost the woman, bro, you got to get better. Also, if you pick the wrong woman, because you can say, oh, it was her. She was a hoe. She was a 304. She was this. She was that. But you picked her. Okay, so you got to get better at picking women. Now, that is one side. But then there's the other side. All right, and the other side is the honest truth. Today's modern woman is just nuts. All right, I'm going to explain a few reasons why they are like this. And the reason why I'm taking this stance and I'm altering my stance on this approach is because I've been talking to a lot of people from different countries. As you guys know, I'm in the United States. I'm in Houston, Texas. And I've been talking to a lot of people from different countries, mainly women. And I've seen literally, bro, a major difference. And I kind of already knew this, obviously, from experience in dating different type of women from other ethnicities and cultures and whatnot. Also, me being Muslim and being introduced to how those type of women think and operate. But I've noticed a big difference. My point is, I've noticed a big difference between some cultures and mainly the Western culture, especially in America. All right, guys, when it comes to women and how they act and how they think and basically how they think about men in particular. All right, guys, it's a big difference, guys. And I think the main reason, okay, why women have such a big ego these days and why every woman thinks she's a 10 and every woman thinks she's perfect and every woman thinks she deserves a high value man and a top tier man, and every woman, you know, thinks that she shouldn't be with an average man even though she's average. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we all know what we see on social media. We all know what we see on dating apps, which I'm gonna talk about in a second as well. But man, it's the dating game and the marketplace, the sexual marketplace is really messed up, bro. The game is messed up. All right, and I'm telling you this from a dude who grew up in the 90s. All right, like I was dating in the 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, and that's when, you know, I started really getting with women and dealing with women. Bro, it was different, G. It was totally different because we didn't have social media. We didn't have access to the whole world, you know, so the dating dynamic was a lot different. It was a lot realer, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot more transparent. But anyway, like I said, I think one of the first reasons And the main reasons why, and the reasons I'm going to give you guys today are not in order, but one of the main reasons why women are so entitled and they have such big egos and every woman thinks she's a 10 is because of simping, bro. I just want to tell you guys something. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a pandemic. All right, we are currently in a pandemic. And that pandemic is the outrage of simps. All right, guys, like simps have basically taken over the sexual dating marketplace. Literally, guys, simps, bro. Simps are more powerful than you think, bro. Simps have literally messed up the game. All right, simps has literally messed up the game in so many ways. And this is why women have such big egos, okay? Because this is what simps do. Simps don't have any barriers or any boundaries, okay? Simps will go for dime pieces. Simps will go for anybody who they think they can get before they get rejected. All right, guys, but this is how it works. This is how simping works. Simps usually go for the most beautiful woman first. And I'm explaining to you guys why these low value women, these 5s and under, think that they're 10s. All right, guys, this is what simps do. And this is why this is the effect that simps have on these ugly women. All right, fellas, straight up. So what simps will do is simps will go for the most beautiful women in the world. All right, guys. And obviously, those type of women, they don't want anything to do with simps. So they're going to reject those type of men. And then what those type of men going to do, those simps, they're going to go from the 10s, they're going to go down to the 8s and the 9s. All right. Obviously, those women don't want them either. They might pick up one of them just as an orbiter, put them in a friend zone. But the simps ain't getting no coochie, bro. You know, the simps ain't smashing in. The simps ain't getting no dates. So what the simps going to do, they're going to go down to the 7s and the 6s and simp for those. All right, the 7s and the 6s, yeah, the simps may have a chance with them depending on the type of female. All right, guys, but my point is the simps just go down levels. And at a certain point, because no woman really wants a simp, because we all know that 80% of women want the top 5-10% of men these days. No woman wants a simp. So the simps are going to go all the way down to the bottom, to the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s, and the 1s. All right, guys, and they're going to simp for them. And what's going to happen is they're going to boost these women's egos. Just look on these females' pages, bro. Just look at the comments under their pages, their pictures and their reels and their videos, bro. Oh my God. It is flooded with simps asking them to take them out on dates, telling them that they're the love of their life. They haven't even met the chick yet. You know what I mean? Sending them gifts, sending them flowers, sending them money, paying for dates, paying for trips. And these women don't even want them. All right, fellas, remember what I told you guys. The definition of simping, all right, is giving a woman your masculine energy, your value, and you're not getting that reciprocated and you're still doing it. All right, guys, that is the definition of simping. And this is what these guys do. All right, these women show these guys no attention, but they still simp. All right, guys. And what it does is this boosts these women's ego. All right, guys. So it makes them feel like they're way better than what they are. Because before social media, guys, for all you young kids out there, I'm about to tell y'all the truth. All right. Before social media, a 2 or 3 or 4, she wasn't getting no attention, G. All right. And if she was getting attention, she was getting attention from the dudes who was 2, 3s, and 4s. All right, y'all got to understand this, bro. Like, social media has messed up the game, G, because it's made these ugly girls and it's really giving them real bad attitudes to go along with it. All right, because when you got a big ego and you don't have a real reason to have that ego, you're going to have a stupid attitude, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a nasty attitude, all right? And I don't think being ugly and having an ugly attitude is a good combination. But this is what's happening. This is what simping does. Okay, like I said, simps, they start at the top, work their way all the way to the bottom till they get a reply or a date or some sex or even some attention. All right, and that's what's causing these 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s and 6s to think that they're 10s. Okay, guys, because if a woman gets that much validation, if she can post a picture online and get 10 guys within the first 10 minutes to send hard eyes, tell her she's sexy, tell her she's beautiful, DM her, hit up her Cash App and things like that, what do you think is going to do to that woman's ego? What do you think is going to happen when she go out in the world and then other men try to talk to her? What do you think she's going to think of herself? She's going to think of herself way more than what she actually is. All right, guys, and that's leading to why women are not happy these days because they don't understand. Their ego is so big. They're expecting a certain type of man, but that certain type of man doesn't want them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I am not the most handsome man in the world, but I do pretty well as far as appearance, man. And I don't want no 2, no 3, no 4, no 5. I go for a 7. All right, guys. I like 7s. I think 7s is the best way to go. That's like the punch right there. You know what I'm saying? Anything above is probably too much drama that comes with it. Just have fun with them. Anything below, it ain't attractive enough to keep me going. All right, guys. So I like 7s. I like 7s and I like 8s. That's my range right there for anybody who is wondering. But anyway, like I said, this is what simping has done to the sexual marketplace, to the dating game. All right, it has messed it up. For all you simps out there, you guys disgust me, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. You disgust me. It gets on my nerves because you are the same guys who are complaining about these women with big egos, but you're the ones giving them the egos. You are causing your own pain and suffering, guys. Understand this. This is what simping is doing. You guys are causing your own pain and suffering by simping for these women, because when you simp for them, you boost their ego. You make them feel like a 10. You make them feel like they deserve a 10. You're not a 10, so she doesn't want you, and the cycle continues. All right, fellas, that's how it goes. That's why simping needs to stop. Anti-simp, bro. I'm going to make an anti-simp shirt. That's what I'm going to do. Branded, top tier man. Let's get it. All right, let's move on, fellas. That's something else that I talk about a lot, and that's dating apps. I don't use dating apps, but dating apps is a great representation of the world today. Okay, in the sexual marketplace value today. Because what women will try to do, and they will try to tell you that, you know, dating apps is not real life and dating apps don't matter, and all the statistics and studies about dating apps don't mean a thing. Bro, dating apps, that is like real life, okay? That is how life actually works. I know it's on the phone. I know you're not actually meeting people in person, but when it comes to the dynamic, when it comes to the choosing and the mating and the choice and the selection process and the attraction and the hypergamy, dating apps is a great representation of today's dating marketplace and today's dating game. It is a great evaluation. And when I say evaluation, because these dating apps, these people that make the dating apps, Hinge, TikTok, Bumble, whatever, Invite Me, Christian Dates, or whatever the hell, everything else out there, what they've done is they've built their algorithms around how the world is. They know that most women, 80 to 90% of women, only want the top 10% of men. All right, which is messed up because most of these women don't look good anyway. All right, to be honest with you, bro. Like, there's a lot of beautiful women out there, but there's a lot of undesirable women out there. All right, fellas. But that is how it goes. That's why they set the algorithm up on the dating apps to where only the top men, the most popular men who get the most swipes, to be seen first. All right, guys. And that goes all the way to a point that I want to make. Okay, they did a study. And this is why a result, and this is a proof why women's egos are messed up and how women today have like really unreasonable expectations for themselves. All right, guys, they did a study, and I forgot who it was from. I cannot remember. Do not quote me on this, guys, but this was a study. They took some women and they had some men. And this was a recent study, okay? It's based on today's marketplace. And they took some women and they had a bunch of attractive men approach them, okay? And greet them and tell them that they're beautiful or whatever, all right? And after the attractive men approached them, they had some really like not so attractive men approach them as well. And the woman still entertained the unattractive men about 80% of the time. Okay, and the reason why is because she felt good after she actually got attention from a man who she knows who's out of her league. Okay, guys, and this is what happens, and this is how it works. They also had another study, and they reversed it, and they had the woman approach the attractive men rejected them. Okay, guys, and now when unattractive men came, she rejected them as well. Why? Because when the attractive men rejected her, her ego was shot. She was down bad. She was feeling low. Her self-esteem was gone. So she had to get an ego boost by rejecting the unattractive men, or not even unattractive, bro. It was just men who were like in her range. You know what I'm saying? In her range, bro, in her league. All right, guys. So this is what happens, especially on dating apps. These women, they get the top tier men first. These men don't want to talk to them because they ugly or they 304s and they don't look good. And they know that their ego is just boosted by the simps like I'm talking about. And then you come around, you being the man who's actually in her league because she's a 6 and you're a 6. You know what I'm saying? And now she rejects you because why? Because she wants that ego boost. She wants to feel like she's something because the dude that she wanted, the dude that everybody told her she can get, now he rejected her and now she faces reality. This is why they say 40% of women are going to be single and childless by 2030. All right, guys, for this reason, because they have these huge overinflated egos, guys. All right, guys, all these chicks. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If you a dime piece, if you are 8 and up, and you know what I'm saying, you got an ego. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got it. That's you. You look like that. But if you under that, man, you gotta be humble. All right, you gotta be humble because it is really crazy because these chicks don't understand is they're making themselves look so dumb. Okay, guys, because men are waking up to this, other women are waking up to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this real attractive woman told me the other day. I remember because she was telling me about my YouTube channel. You know, she was giving me some appreciation and all that stuff, you know. But she was saying that she doesn't understand why these ugly chicks think how they think. They don't have a right to think how they think. The only reason why they think how they think is because of the simps and some other reasons why I'm going to tell you guys today. So let's move on. Another thing that's causing the inflation of the egos of these chicks is they equate getting smashed and hooking up to value. All right, guys. Like, for example, even on the date apps, you know, like I said, they show these algorithms, they show the women, the top men first, the most popular men first. All right, guys. So when these, and this is the thing, guys, and I used to deal with this a lot. I actually went through this a lot a couple of years ago in 2022. All right, guys, I went through this a lot because that's when I was kind of doing some dating. You know, I was doing my thing. I'm not going to lie, G. I'm going to be honest with you. I was like with a different girl like every week, G. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just, I had a rotation. I kept a rotation going. And one of the things that I saw was the wholeflation, the inflation of like these bitches' egos, man. Like, it was crazy, bro. Because, you know, like I would meet chicks, bro. And like some chicks, bro, they'll look good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they'll be like a 9 or 8, you know what I'm saying? But you know, some of these chicks, like the 6s that I'll go out with or the 7s, like their egos, bro. I used to just sit back like and listen to them talk, and I'm like, girl, do you really think you deserve all this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to say as a human, you know, you don't deserve a good life, but you talking like you know, Beyonce or somebody. You know, I don't know if y'all think Beyonce a 10. Who cares? Beyonce is beautiful, and she thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get my point, G. Like, I'm like, girl, what's the problem? But like I said, these women equate hooking up to value. You know, because as a man, even as a top tier man, you would smash a 5, but you wouldn't marry a 5. You know, because so these women, they getting smashed by these top dudes, and they think just because the top dudes are smashing them, you know, and spinning plates with them, they think that they deserve one of these guys, but these guys will never marry them. Okay, guys, these 4s, these 5s, these 3s, they're no top man is gonna marry one of them, bro. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But they think it's gonna happen because they equate hooking up to value. All right, guys. Meanwhile, there are dudes on their level, good dudes, good, loyal, providing, protecting dudes that will go to bat for them. But they don't feel, they say that those dudes are not good enough because they're not making 6 figures, or they not 6 feet tall, or they don't look like a Greek god, or they don't look like Pookie or Ray Ray, you know what I mean? Or they ain't slinging 10-inch dick. You know what I mean? Like, that's how these females think, bro. You know, like nowadays, and it's only because of, I think the biggest thing, I don't want to say it's only because of anything. I think the biggest culprit, I'm going to be honest with you, the biggest culprit is social media. Okay, because a lot of things that are going on that are affecting the world in a negative way, they've been going on for a long time. Like, hoes have been hoes since hoes. think Cleopatra was a hoe. I don't fucking know. Marilyn Monroe was a hoe. Medusa was a hoe. Bro, like certain things have just been here. But social media has brought a lot more problems that like it's just out of whack, bro. It's not the game out of whack. Because before, bro, if you were a 6, you can get a 6. You could probably get a 7. You could probably get an 8. You know what I'm saying? But now, if you're a man and you a 6, these chicks, they look at you like you a 2 now. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally have to be. And the thing that I don't understand is I don't understand how any of these chicks are not like paying attention to the women who are not getting men. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you an example. Like I saw this video with Vivica Fox. You know what I'm saying? I saw this video with Vivica Fox. And Vivica Fox was, by the way, she was beautiful when she was younger, bro. Vivica Fox was one of my celebrity crushes when I was a little kid, just to let you know. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I used to love Vivica Fox, man. I used to have dreams about Vivica Fox, to be honest with you. But now Vivica Fox is old. I think she's almost 60 or she's pushing 60 or something like that. So I don't understand why these chicks are not looking at these older women and learning from their mistakes. They're literally following this feminist path and thinking that someday God's going to shine a light at the end of the tunnel and they're going to make it through. You know what I'm saying? And get what they quote unquote deserve. You know, I just don't understand this. I think it's absurd. And another thing that's affecting it that is real bad is women lying to women, bro. If on the average woman's page, all right, and most of these women, they post provocative pictures. All of them 304s, bro. 90% of them. But if you go in there, you know, she got a little booty pic. You know, yes, girl, you know, and then just look at her comments. You're going to see a bunch of simps, of course, but you're going to see other women lying. Girl, you're beautiful. Get it, sis. You a baddie. Baddie this. Boss girl. Oh, my God, friend. You look so good. Oh, my God. And then, fellas, we looking at the chick like, bro, are they serious? Why they lying to her? And that's what women do, bro. Women lie to women. You know what I'm saying? Like men, we don't lie to each other, bro. Like if our homeboy fat, we gonna tell him he fat. You know, like if your homeboy, let's say your homeboy, he is fat, right? And he come out the room. He come talking about, yeah, bro, I don't got my 6-pack. You know what I'm saying? All these chicks love me. They love my body. Oh, no, he's just talking nonsense. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, bro, if you don't get your big bacon back, you're going to tell him to go to the gym. You're not going to lie to him. And you're not going to tell him, hey, yeah, bro, get it, bro, flex, bro. You're not going to do that, bro. You're going to look at him like he's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because he sounds stupid. Like these chicks, bro, they are delusional. They're delusional, G. They delusional. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it has to do with social media. You know, like they carry around their phones all day because they're always on their phones. They carry around all their phones all day and just get their ego shot up through the roof. You know, and then they meet men on their level and they feel like they're better than them. You know what I'm saying? So the dating game is messed up, guys. It's messed up. You know, and it's the reason why these women are going to be single for a long time, man. Shout out to all the chicks who actually understand who they are. You know, like, I be looking at some of these podcasts, bro, and you know, like, they got their different podcasts. Like, you know, they got like Fresh and Fit. They got like the whatever podcast, you know, the podcast with the panels with the chicks sitting around. Something I would never do. I would never go on one of them podcasts. I think it's all gay, to be honest with you. But you know, they'll have the chicks on there, and then they'll go around the table and tell the chicks to rate themselves. And you know, the chicks will be rating themselves. And bro, it'd be crazy because it'd be like 4s in there saying they 10s. It'd be 9s in there saying that they 4s or 5s. Man, shout out to all the 9s who think she a 5, bro. Shout out to you, because you humble. You gotta be real humble to be a 9 and think you a 5. But they be these 5s and these 6s talking about they 10s. Then the dude asks them why they think they're a 10, and they say because I think it's some stupid reason, some dumb reason. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, this is why, fellas. This is why. Like these women have definitely been OD'd on simps, OD'd on other women's lies, OD'd on feminism, OD'd on social media, OD'd on narcissism, and just straight up need rehab, bro. Most of them need rehab, G, to be honest with you, all right? I don't know if y'all know who Kevin Samuels is, bro, but Kevin Samuels was probably the only person still who actually was aggressive at getting these women to change the way they were thinking. And I actually saw women actually slowly start to change the way they were thinking. But since Kevin Samuels passed, bro, I think they just went right back to, I don't know if y'all noticed this, because I pay attention to the world, all right? And Kevin Samuels made a big impact on the world, G, 100%, you know, and he kind of started to humble these chicks. But after he passed, you know, he kind of went away. They're back to the whole inflation. You know, there's different people. There's other people who are definitely speaking up about this and getting women to change the way that they're thinking. You know, like people like Melanie King is a great example. That's why I like Melanie King so much. Shout out to Melanie King. She's very big on, you know, women getting their minds right. Candace Owens is a big person too. I like Candace Owens as well. But you know, the only reason why I speak on topics like this, guys, is because you know, I don't like to talk bad about women, because I want them to change. I want them to get better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against women. I'm kind of annoyed by them. You know, I want them to get better. I want them to leave their egos aside. I kind of wish, aside from, you know, me being able to talk to you guys on YouTube and social media, you know, and give you guys information and, you know, share my experiences and talk and hear you guys' experiences and understand the things you guys are going through, you know, and communicate with you guys. Aside from that, bro, I could do without social media, bro. It has really messed up the dating game, bro, to be honest with you, man. All right, guys, like it definitely has. But, you know, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. I think things are going to change, because the way that the world is going, we're gonna be seeing some, and this is me being a realist. I saved the game for the end of the video. Y'all know I always do. This is me being a realist. There are going to be some very crazy things that are going to happen in the world upcoming in the near future. And we're going to get to a point to where the world isn't going to be as easy and calm and smooth and peachy cream as it is. It's going to be very hard, very, very hard. So I think we're going to be forced to go back to our natural gender roles and the way society used to be, when life was better and everything was more genuine and real and transparent. I think that's definitely something that's definitely going to happen. 100%, you know, because we're gonna start to go through some pretty crazy times. Y'all think it's crazy right now. It's not. You just hear the crazy stuff on the social media and everything, but it's about to get crazy. You're gonna be able to see it right in front of you and not on just your phone screen. All right, guys, so prepare for that. I'm gonna be doing more videos on that later on in the future, but definitely, guys, it's definitely gonna go back to the way it needs to be in order for our society to thrive, because people aren't having kids, people aren't getting married. People aren't being like in relationships anymore. The nuclear family is pretty much almost gone. So, you know, it has a lot to do with feminism. You know, feminism has ruined society. It's ruining these women, and it's not even for their benefit, and they can't even see it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Shout out to all my new subscribers. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button already. It's your boy KD. We out of here, baby.